Okay. I didn't have the mic on. So, I want to make this video tonight purely to test out the sound on this new mic. I just got this new mic tonight, and it's the Yeti Pro, Yeti Pro Blue. And I know this is backwards, but you can get it at the Mac store, and it's pretty good mic. I'm liking it so far. Anyways, so to test out this mic, and I just wanted to kind of maybe, I live in Salt Lake City now, and I formerly lived I went to school in Orem, Utah. I went to Utah Valley University, not to be overshadowed by the Brigham Young University, who seems to be the dominant force in the valley. Now, living in that area is quite unique because you've got the very religious who go to the BYU, and you've got Jimmer crazed fans who are all turned Kings fans, and so I went to the Utah Valley University, and I lived in a house called the Rave Cave. Now, the Rave Cave was in a location in Orem, Utah, or excuse me, I was actually in Provo, closer to the BYU than the UVU, but the Rave Cave was a location. It was a location itself. It was kind of a destination itself, but it was hidden in a location called the Hipster Hideaway. Now, kind of the new thing these days is being a hipster, and if you're a hipster, you're on the up and up. I never claimed to be a hipster. I was never skinny enough, but my genes were, and so maybe that's why I was invited to live in Hipster Hideaway. Now, I lived in the Rave Cave, not to be overshadowed again by the house right behind it, which was kind of a rival house. It was known as the Ranch House. Now, they had a big glowing ranch sign on their house, and they would throw parties, and they would have motorcycles jump over it, and then they'd celebrate after by beating a car and lighting on fire. That happened more than once. But the Rave Cave kind of was a destination of its own. The Rave Cave came about because of how many actual DJs lived in it, and they loved rave music. Living in that house, I rarely slept. I was the only reason why I graduated or with fairly moderate grades was because of the use of the library, and I was one of the editors of the school paper. And I often slept under my desk because I knew if I went home, I would have DJ Nom on the wheels, which was great. It was like living in a virtual party all the time, and to say the least, it was magical. We had a really great neighbor, and most everyone in the neighborhood was college age. They were all hipsters, and they all rode their fixie bikes. But this one lady decided to move in, and she was, I'm purely speculating on her age, but I would say she was early 50s. And I don't know if she had a job or not, but she was always mad at me because I would go try to steal the cherries off the tree that kind of was in between our houses. She didn't own them. I didn't own them. I don't know. The landlord owned them. And there's no way of really knowing whose property it lied on unless you had the blueprints of. So anyways, I would go over there often. I would always get, a stern scolding from the top level. So anyways, the living at the Rave Cave was kind of unique in itself because, like I was saying, everyone there that was a DJ, excluding myself. We had DJ Nom, DJ Nom, and I'll just, I don't know I'm pretty sure they've moved on from a lot of their DJ times, but DJ Nom now is a financial consultant. DJ Kidwid, now in law school at Gonzaga, or Gonzaga, I don't know, depending on what part of the country you live in. We had DJ DJ Kidwood's brother, who went by DJ Akbar, by the famous Akbar. I think it's Colonel Akbar, Admiral Akbar from Star Wars. It's a trap. And so we had him, and then we had DJ Red Spectral. We had right behind us in the ranch. This is kind of how we battled. We had rival DJs, different types of DJs. DJ Brady Mack, who's a DJ, he now DJs currently at the Applebee's next to my alma mater, Utah Valley. Now, he's not a server there per se, but he goes and does the karaoke nights. So he DJs the karaoke's along with a former occupant of the ranch house, Jordan Sheffer. Now, I don't know his DJ name per se, but I think it's DJ Chef, or the Chef, or Chef Balls. One of those. He reminds me by the name of Names Changing of one of my best buddies, DJ High Tech. Now, if you were to look through my phone right now, I won't do it, but his name is in there. It's High Tech. I've never known him. I met him as High Tech. The problem is he changes his name almost monthly. It's DJ High Tech. He's from Hawaii. His real name is Glenn Chung, and I apologize if for getting that name out there. I know he doesn't go by it too often, but it's DJ High Tech, and then it's DJ K Spot, then it's DJ K Aloha, then it's DJ Glenn Chung, then it's DJ Chung, and then it's it's kind of interesting to watch it morph, watch his DJ career be exposed or become new and enlightened every month. So you go to a different party because you want to hear a new DJ, possibly, but you might just be hearing the same one over and over, just with different names. His name's DJ High Tech. He'll always be High Tech to me. So, anyways, that was the thing about the Rave Cave. The best part about the Rave Cave is that everyone that lived there went to BYU, excluding myself, and they all. But we had the most rager parties, and those parties were very alcohol filled. There was often a fire pit in the front that was always had fire burning in it. We always had the fire burning with the the rave going on inside, and this was a weekend, every weekend type thing. And those were great times living at the Rave Cave. But like I said, I rarely slept. I rarely slept when I was there because it was like now if you remember going back to the movie Back to the Future, when the very beginning, Marty plugs in his guitar, and after he gets the message from Doc not to play, maybe that was after, but anyway, so he plugs and he turns it all the way up, and he ends up blowing the speaker. But that's kind of the way it was at our house all the time. We had tons of DJ equipment, and it was always being used. The ranch house also had their parties, but their parties were mostly non-alcohol filled, and we would often do things to them while they're having their parties, like throw jars of pickles on their driveway. And it was interesting. It was interesting nonetheless. And I know this movie's getting long, but this has been a good test for this microphone, and I really like it. I think it's a good mic. So anyways, DJ, another day, another DJ was was our mantra, and for Glenn Chung, it was another day, another name. The Rave Cave.